Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Morning Mindset. Are you ready? Really, take this question very seriously. Are you ready right now to get your mind aligned with the truth of God? You may have a lot of stressful things going on around you. You may have a big hurry or rush going on. You may be sitting in traffic. Wherever you are, take that deep breath. Take control of your mind and take the time to align your mind with the truth of God. The Morning Mindset is here to help you do that. Today we're looking at Proverbs chapter 11, verse number 23. And I want to talk with you today about the issue of desire. Is desire a good thing or a bad thing? Now, the church tradition that I grew up in tended to communicate that our desires are always selfish just by virtue of what they are, desires. And so therefore they're bad. And we should suppress every desire we have in favor of doing what God would have us to do. Now, there is a certain kind of logic to that, but I believe it's a misguided logic. Because desire, in and of itself, is not a bad thing. Where the desire comes from, what the root of it is really what is at issue. Jesus himself said things along this line. Now let's look at Proverbs chapter 11, verse number 23, and it's going to guide us in thinking about this. It says, "The desire of the righteous ends only in good. The expectation of the wicked in wrath." So it means it ends in wrath. Okay, so let's stop for a moment and recognize that the word desire in the first half of the verse and the word expectation in the second half of the verse are being used synonymously. They're being used as the same thing. So let's read it again just to be clear, and I'm going to substitute desire for expectation in the second half of that verse. It says, "The desire of the righteous ends only in good. The desire or expectation of the wicked ends in wrath." Now, do you see, the issue here is not whether or not desire itself is good. The issue is, where is that desire flowing from? Is it flowing from a righteous heart, a righteous perspective about the world, or is it flowing from a wicked heart and a wicked perspective about the world? And believers in Christ, let's not be fooled. We can generate desires that come from either of those places, even though we are redeemed and transformed followers of Christ. Why is that? Well, it's because we have a lifetime of habits that we have built up to get our own needs met, to take care of ourselves, and to advance our agenda. Now that we're believers in Jesus Christ, our root desire, our core motivation has changed. And we are indeed new creations in Christ, as the book of 1 Corinthians tells us. But my friends, this battle rages, doesn't it? This desire between righteousness and wickedness is something that is very present day for us. And we need to recognize here that what the writer of Proverbs, and therefore God, is encouraging us toward is to evaluate, are we among the righteous, whose desires end only in good, or are we among the wicked, whose desires or expectations end only in wrath? And by wrath, it means the wrath of God. There is punishment coming for the wicked who pursue their desires. And it's not because they're pursuing desires, it's because they're wicked. You see, the root is the issue. My friends, we need to cultivate righteous desires. Now, are you familiar with that word cultivate? It means to encourage and to nurture. We are trying to get these righteous desires to grow in us. And they do so by us nurturing the righteousness of our own souls. You see, God himself has said he has made us new creations. We need to nurture that fact by believing that fact. Do you have trouble with issues like valuing yourself, thinking that you are competent and capable, and it's just so hard for you to think that? Friends, God himself proclaims that you are a new creation if you have placed your faith in Christ. Instead of thinking of yourself as a struggling failure or someone who never quite measures up, begin making yourself think of I am a child of the King. I am righteous in Jesus Christ, and that righteousness is not my own, but it is His, and He has given it to me, and that righteous heart desires what is good. And friends, the end of that is good. Jesus, empower us with a mindset to understand who we are in You and to live out of it day after day after day, so that You are lifted up and so that we are instruments that You use in this world to make Your name known.